mener l'enquête et découvrir la vérité absolue.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it if you can get that desk.
That bum took a swipe at me. Put him down in my sap.
Straight through the red light. Said she never
That's not-
saw it.
What the hell is the LAPD up to these days? No way. Nope. Hey, do you fellas need me to stick around much longer?
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
You seen my mother? No way.
Mister, a man like you always loses the battle of wits because you're unarmed.
What are we waiting for?
What the hell?
Crummy bastard.
James Belasco?
I want a lawyer. It's my car and I got the proof right here. Take a look for yourself.
I saved a whole year for that car. Are you liquored up?
The paper is real enough, Belasco, but the car isn't yours. This pink slip is a forgery. Door knocking all morning, but I got to make in the car in the end. You think talk is cheap? Try hiring a lawyer.
Ah putain.
Where were you taking the car, James?
Blow it off, greenhorn. You'll get nothing from me.
You're a two-time loser. If you don't give me something, I'm gonna ask the DA for the maximum. You're looking at 10 years, Belasco. Kiss your youth goodbye.
I want a deal.
Keep talking and we'll see what sort of deal you're worth.
My job is to drive the cars out of state. Nevada, Arizona, sometimes New Mexico. With the paperwork they provide, it's normally a breeze.
Does the name Jean Archer mean anything to you?
Nope. Never heard of her.
You want my partner here to convince you that you do know her?
I'm giving you the straight dope. I don't know no Gene Archer.
Ok, c'est une croix. Non. Bon, tant pis.
What happens to the cars once they cross over the state lines?
I don't know. I just deliver them.
L'autre, c'était un
Give me something,
mensonge.
Belasco, or I'll take you back to the cells and tell the whole station you're a child molester. How long do you think you'll last?
Okay, okay. I hear you. The cars get sold in Chicago or back east. Sometimes I bring back cars coming the other way.
Where do you pick up the cars, Belasco?
Warehouses. Mainly in East downtown.
An address, Belasco. You want my help with the DA? Cough it up, now.
A place on Industrial Street. I don't know the number. You're gonna help me out, right?
Keep talking, kid, and we'll see what we can do. All right, James. We're going to check if this information is worth anything.
And if it is, I need your help here, pal.
If it is, then we'll know you're a man of your word, and so will the DA.
You're Phelps, right?
Yes, I am. Look, can we do this later? I'm in the middle of it.
Ray Pinker. I'm with Technical Services. The pink slips are all real.
Yes, we know that.
There's only one company that prints them in California, the Marquee Printing Company. They've confirmed that the numbers are legitimate.
You've checked them out?
Sure. They're on Aliso Street, near the corner of San Pedro. The guy I spoke to was Lightval. Gordon Lightval. Here, I wrote it down.
Thanks, Ray. This is a great lead. We'll get down there as soon as we can.
J'avais déjà cette info,
Need
putain.
a drink. I got the jitters again.
Hey, do you fellas need me to stick around much longer?
Phelps, your GTA suspect, Gene Archer, spotted by a patrolman. Western Union office, 253 South Hill. Less than a minute away down the street if you run. Go! She won't hang around.
Are you liquored up? Come on! We don't want to lose her!
It'll only take a little while longer. I understand you. Quite a lot of money.
LAPD. We'll take it from here.
God damn it. Everyone's against me. Look, just let me get my money and get out of here, okay?
No.
You look sweet. How about giving a girl a break? That could be very nice.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Miss Archer. Stefan, call for black and white.
Just my luck to get the only hair sure cop in the LAPD.
The car you sold to Coombs was stolen, Miss Archer. There won't be any money.
I handed over all the right paperwork when I sold it, Buster.
The bitch be lie. On n'a pas de preuves. Hein. Ah oui, la fausse adresse.
You're lying, Gene.
You want to prove that, Buster? Try and prove that pink slip is not real. Look, this is all just a big mistake. I don't want to talk anymore. Just let me go.
How long have you and Belasco been delivering cars?
Who is James Belasco?
You're lying. James Belasco. I don't remember mentioning his first name, Miss Archer.
Oh, well, I think you did, didn't you? Well, I'm sure of it. Anyway, I don't know him.
En même temps, c'est elle qui a eu la voiture après lui, normalement, non? Il a avoué travailler avec elle. Ça pourrait être une des deux, franchement.
Can we just get this over with?
sharp enough to lie to me, Gene. You and James Belasco share the same address on your pink slips. We have him in a cell.
Ça, j'ai pas fait
Okay,
attention.
so I know the creep. The pink slips are real. The home addresses are always vacant lots. Bigelow is always boasting that the paperwork is legit and that if we stick to our stories...
And don't try and sell the
Yeah,
car?
that too.
Tell me where you picked up the car, Miss Archer.
Look, I can't remember. Let me go, will you? Please. What have I got to do?
Trying my patience here, Gene. I'll have the reporters down here and have your picture in all the papers. You'll have nowhere to run.
All right already. I get the message. I pick up the cars from a guy named Bigelow. 58 Industrial Street. Big warehouse full of goons. Now you've got what you want. Can I go? Please?
No, you sure can. We've got a car waiting outside for you. Some career advice, Gene. Get out of crime. Marry someone boring who has money and will find you captivating.
Is this guy for real?
He takes a little getting used to, but yeah, he generally means what he says.
I'm gonna make him take me to the pictures tonight.
Friendly girl, used to getting her own way. Little did she know her feminine charms were useless against the impenetrable Cole Phelps.
She's not my type.
And what is your type, Phelps?
I'm married.
I know that. But you're not blind or dead inside, are you? Wait, scrap that second half of the question.
I don't know. Blondes, I guess.
Hallelujah! The man is human after all. Now we're getting somewhere. Yep, I'm with you on the blondes. Brunettes are fine too. And there's nothing wrong with a good redhead. But I draw the line at gray. You know what? I might have to lift that embargo soon in the interest of maintaining the free market.
Man with high
Comment ça?
standards.
The standards are
Conduit
only as high as the
parfaitement
last class of whiskey.
Même pas. Voiture volée.
We have some questions for you, Mr. Lightball.
Putain, j'aurais dû lui poser les questions avant.
Mr. Lightball, we're currently working 2 auto theft cases. Do you know anything about a car theft ring?
Certainly not. Why would I
No.
get mixed up in a thing like that?
Of course. Why would I? Huh?
I think you're in this up to your neck, Lightball.
You're out of your mind. What an allegation. I'll report you to your superiors. The chief of police is a very good friend of mine. A very heartfelt and genuine apology is in order from you, young man.
En fait, faut toujours dire que tu
Do the
doutes et
names
ça marche,
Cliff
c'est ça en fait.
Harrison and James Belasco mean anything to you?
No, they do not.
Harrison bought his car from Coombs. The pink slip looks good, and that points the finger here. Do you have any employee trouble?
No, I don't. They've all been carefully screened. Look, now that I think about it, the name Coombs sounds familiar. I think they may have been involved in stolen documents in the past.
Ok.
Do you have a delivery ledger, Mr. Lightfall? We would like to cross-check against the Coombs Automotive Emporium.
It's a little out of the ordinary, Detective. I'm not sure I can share those sorts of records.
Hand it over, Lightball. You don't want us having bad thoughts about you, do you?
Very well, but this really is irregular. Over here.
Ouais.
Look for patterns, recurring names, unusual addresses, anything out of the ordinary.
You certainly encourage repeat business, Lightball. This Mr. Bigelow is a good customer. Sorry to bother you, sir. We'll let you know if there are any developments.
Et oui, on oublie en fait que je t'ai traité de menteur. Connard. Ok. Quoi?
Keep going straight.
Enculé. Mais tout droit pour l'éviter, lui il tourne. Les fils de... Ah, il vient me chercher là.
I think we should call for a couple of black and whites. Get Fleischer down here.
I thought you Marines were gung-ho, Cole. You have a 45, don't you ever want to use it? I'll take the back. Just give me a few seconds to get around there.
Cole Phelps, LAPD. All of you are coming downtown with me.
Think so. Look sharp, it's the cop.
Throw out the guns.
Vert.
Down. Keep moving!
Kill a cop. That is the electric chair.
Pile in, goddammit! You can't get us off!
Let's clear the top floor. I don't want to get drilled in the back on the way out.
You're gonna get yourself killed!
Ah là là. T'as appuyé sur A, ça fait le maximum.
That's towards the end. I heard something.
T'es tous partis dans le culte. Ouais.
All right, don't shoot! Keep your hands up. Watch him, Bukowski. He doesn't move until I've tossed this place. Marquee Printing Company. There's nothing like going direct to the source.
A betting slip. Looks like Mr. Lightfall has been on a losing streak.
There are enough slips here to keep them stealing cars till Christmas. We've got a trail of pink slips and stolen cars that leads right to your door, Bigelow. You're in this up to your neck, but I don't think you're the man in charge. Make it easier on yourself. Give him up.
I do work on cars for customers. You charge in here shooting up the place like it's the Ballad of Bulge. I can't give you anything.
We know about marquee printing. You can make this easier on yourself by giving us your man on the inside.
I sometimes repair cars and put them back on the road. I need a pink slip to resell them. There's no problem there.
Don't lie to me. I'm not in the mood for any more lies.
The slips are the real deal, and I order them from Marquee. I want a mouthpiece. The organization employs a very good one. Does a great job of keeping Mickey C out on the streets.
Whether you give up your bosses or not, Bigelow, you're going away for as long as I can put you there.
We'll see. I didn't fire a shot, copper. I just watched you tear my place up.
Il a tué, non? Non. Bon, on a vu mieux.
Let me through. I just want a quick look is all.
You can tell me what's going on.
What a mess.
Gonna take some cleaning up, that's for sure.
Wish it hadn't gone there.
Well, I shouldn't bring guns to work with them. We didn't have a lot of choice.
You have to admire the barefaced cheek of someone who tries to blow your brains out one minute and pleads innocence the next.
Yeah, especially when he's surrounded by evidence. But guys like Bigelow spend so much time convincing themselves that they're not doing anything wrong that they actually start to believe their own bullshit.
They get sloppy. Bigelow, Lightball, all of them. If they hadn't, who knows how long they could have kept this racket going.
Complacency or greed. It's always one of the two that brings them down.
You're under arrest.
You again? This harassment is starting to wear thin.
We found a box of pink slips in a warehouse full of hot cars. You signed for them, Lightball.
I signed for all the orders and deliveries. You'll need something better than that, cowboy.
Your money and influence will be worthless in San Quentin. If you don't go crazy in the first couple of months, then you'll probably get knifed in the chow line. Is that what you want?
Save it for the suckers, detective. You'll get nothing from me.
Gordon Lightball, I'm charging you with conspiracy and fraud. Hands behind your back.
Now, where shall I start? With the two GTA suspects we had to let walk free? Or with the female suspect, who I am reliably told slipped the leash with embarrassing ease? You just lost the chance to crack one of the biggest criminal operations in this city. How do you think that makes me look? The chief has my balls in a frying pan! Now get out there and fill some charge sheets. Misdemeanors if you have to. Get me something before I even think about giving you another case.
Comme j'ai dit, on a vu mieux. Ah, j'ai eu 17 indices sur 18, 14 sur 19 pour les interrogations et c'est fini. Ouais.
My family runs a shipping business in San Francisco. We used to have 2 ships a week to Tokyo. We've been in shipping for 2 generations, Hank. I've never been on a voyage anywhere. I feel like Odysseus in the beginning of his journey.
The Odyssey took 10 years, Cole.
This is the American century. America can rule the world after we win this war.
We need to stay alive, Cole. These men are counting on us. Have you heard what the veterans are saying to each other?
No.
Golden Gate and 48. That's 4 more hard years of fighting.
Phelps, Bukowski, you have a new case. 2 women, possible drink drive.
How was that a case?
The broad says she was doped and that somebody tried to kill her.
Where did this take place?
That's the bit you're gonna love. Right across the street.
What?
A Chevy Styline took a nosedive off the escarpment, fetched up underneath a Cola King billboard. Up to it, boys. We got bad guys to catch.
Elle a l'air de meilleure humeur.
Down on second later tonight.
See you later, fellas. Try not to work too hard.
Look at you, dancing with the boy. Brings a tear to my eye watching my caterpillar grow wings.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Educated, hardworking, straight as an arrow. It's break for you, Cole, but you'll never fit in.
You're a goddamn menace!
Her face looks familiar.
Well, that's June Ballard, Tarzan's sister, beast of the Amazon. She's married to Guy McCaffey. The captain has moved to Vegas now, but the two of them still have juice.
Phelps, traffic.
Detective Phelps. Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see.
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight.
What do we have, Gonzalez?
Broad drives right through the empty lot and off the side of the escarpment. Her stories that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Was anyone hurt?
Driver's beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, we'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passenger's a Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. She's pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving. If you want to take a look around, stall the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
This ain't the red carpet, so get out of my lens.
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash site.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Des animations, quoi, je vous jure.
She's a long way from home.
Que la lettre. Je suis censé voir quelque chose.
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead. You catch all the good ones, Phelps.
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight off a cliff? If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask.
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me.
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of
You?
Beast of...
I don't like. Keep out of this.
Okay. We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
It's a serious offense to withhold information from the police during a criminal investigation, madam.
I told you to call me June. You're making me feel like an old lady. And don't bother your handsome head about this. My husband will settle the score with Mark Bishop.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
Allez. Mouvement de son visage pour caler. Encore de la merde.
How old is Jessica, Mrs. Ballard?
I couldn't say how old Jessica is. Old enough, sweetheart, as the saying goes.
Ah.
We found a shrunken head. It was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
C'est elle qui a provoqué l'accident.
Mrs. McAfee, you're lying. Wasting our time. You know what's going on here. You just won't tell us.
You're sweet, but simple too. The burden of proof is with the law.
Sûrement de la merde.
You don't ask, you never find out. It's obviously some kind of movie prop. You must know where it came from.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am the talent. And the talent doesn't deal with props or sets or any of that kind of stuff. Why don't you ask Mark Bishop which prop house he uses?
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He is a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
It's not going to play that way, Mrs. McAfee. We'll take it from there.
Relax, detective. You're not nearly as cute when you're mad.
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm going to be okay. These guys can take me home after my lawyer and I have talked to the news hounds.
Mrs. McAfee, you are still under the influence of narcotics, and you're likely to go into shock once the drugs wear off.
And I thought you were a heel. It's nice of you to be concerned.
I think we're good here. Let's go see what we can shake out of the kid.
Officer, please, tell me what's going on.
Hey, I think I see a body.
KGPL to car 11K, 11 King. The car crash victim has regained consciousness at Central Receiving Hospital.
11K Roger, en route.
Are you blind?
Any ideas?
I want to make sure that kid is all right. Come on, Phelps. Central Receiving Hospital.
Hello, Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room, right behind you, Detective.
You can't hold me here. No, I don't need to be manhandled by a
Feeling
doctor.
better
I
since
need
this morning,
my
Jessica?
lawyer.
A little.
Where is the
My head still
telephone?
feels so weak.
Do you know who I am?
Hello, Jessica. My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
Tell the truth, Jessica. Why the big cover-up?
I'm not lying to you.
We found your underwear in your handbag, Jessica. You need to tell us what happened.
The doctor told me what happened. I didn't want that. I just wanted to be a star, to be in movies. I told Junie what happened, and she told me to toughen up. That was the price of stardom.
Did she now, cold-hearted bitch?
It's not Junie's fault. It's not my first time. I had a boyfriend back home, but my father found out about him.
Even if you consented, Jessica, you're still underage.
Are you going to sign him out?
We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June. They trust her to take care of me.
Jessica, if you don't want me to call your father, you better tell me what happened.
Please, please don't call Daddy. Why are you being so horrible to me? Can't you see what I've been through?
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
What's the story with Bishop and Mrs. McAfee? Why does he want the two of you dead?
That can't be true. Mr. Bishop seemed very happy today. I mean, yesterday.
And that's why he wedged a shrunken head against the accelerator pedal and punted the two of you over an escarpment?
I overheard Junie speaking to him on the phone a couple of times. Screaming, really. She can be very hard sometimes, Junie. But they seemed okay yesterday, like they worked it out.
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Is it a factor? Is your head feeling better? Do you feel any better today, sir?
Someone tried to kill you, Jessica. Do you get it? Forget about being in movies. It's time to act like a grown-up.
I had to wear a robe and lay down on a stone. There were lights, a camera. It's not my fault. I'm not a bad girl. Why are you trying to hurt me?
Did your mother leave already?
Thank you, Jessica. You've been a big help. Here's my card. If you think of anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Okay.
I think it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
Is there anything I can do to see if
It's the tale of this town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release.
I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her. There she goes. Come on.
Pour une affaire que je vais foutre en l'air.
Ballard is definitely up to something. She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
You've got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps. Too close, Phelps. Way too close.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
That broad has socks in it.
Ça va faire putain de discret devant le conducteur. Ouais, je vois.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Meh.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Call these grits?
Ah, entrer dans le café sans être vu. Merde.
Baby? No! I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it! You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls! I'm gonna be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803. Sure, I got the film.
Caméra inversée.
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh shit, you better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McAfee's wife in the first place. Or he'd done the job properly. McAfee will break a fella's legs just for looking at him.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story? I think she was doing it out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park. 11K code 3, all other units code 2. KGPL cleared.
Gun it! Let's get to the apartment before someone gets hurt.
Ou quelqu'un qui se fait défenestrer.
You the cops?
I tried to stop them. It's room 803, left out of the elevator.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
Look, lady, I told you or I can pound your husband. Which one?
Give it up! LAPD!
I'm about to...
I curse you and your children.
Shouldn't have tangled.
Péter quelques phalanges là.
Are you injured, Mrs. Bishop?
I'm all right now. Those horrible, awful men.
Perhaps you should sit down, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Forgive me, officers. I'm very flushed. I'll just sit down for a moment.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am. Take a moment while we look around.
Yes, thank you. Look at this mess.
Horloge. Hoppa.
Incidental. Optimistic, Cole. Looks like a mermaid in the background. Silver screen.
Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
This doesn't pertain to the case. I don't think this is going to help us.
Ça a l'air propre. Oh, elle a pas l'air d'avoir de texture.
Presented to Mark.
Voilà, bill.
Seems irrelevant. Junk.
Exa. Sure.
Looks like the old movie set downtown. Great Wall of Babylon, a replica of a replica.
Don't think this is any use to us. Not sure this means much.
On va voir un petit coup.
I don't think so. Not much help. Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Ah, c'est du rouge à lèvres. Cette volée son rouge à lèvres, alors elle est pas contente. Ah, 20 000.
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Un balcon. Suspect.
Those men, I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
Je tentais de dire qu'elle ment, mais bon.
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Cligne beaucoup trop des yeux. Donc elle ment en soi. J'imagine. C'est rien. Bon, ok.
Either we find him or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop. If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him. But I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
Oh, il y a un système.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
On reprend son petit air de pétasse là.
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Jessica remembered a mermaid. The mermaid on the front of the prop store. You better come clean with me.
This is a sick town, Detective. Are you sure you really want to know? The truth is, my husband likes them young.
And you think that's okay?
I was 16 when I first met him. I thought he was a genius, a magician with film. I was 20 before I realized he was just a B-movie hack. But he's nothing compared to some of the monsters at these big studios. My guess is Ballard sacrificed her little friend. Happens to a lot of girls.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, Detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thank you.
An aging movie star, a wannabe starlet, a movie producer's wife, finally rubbing shoulders with the almost rich and famous.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly none of them can act.
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and the cat.
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD. We're investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ. I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way.
So, you coming?
Keep him here, Stefan. I'm gonna take a look around.
What's this got to do with me?
Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Humor him.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
Huh. Well, well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
Quelle collection de têtes réduites? Que ça l'amuse. Hills here.
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people?
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
It can't be that way, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
Une brosse à cheveux?
Nope.
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop is doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
You and Bishop are close friends, colleagues?
It's business. I normally deal direct with the studio. Have you tried his production office?
On va voir s'il y a moyen. De charger. Parfait.
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD. We're investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ! I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way.
Attends, je vais me taper une crise de foie, moi, avec ces saloperies.
So, you coming?
Keep him here, Stefan. I'm gonna take a look around.
What's this got to do with me?
Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Humor him.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
Huh. Well, well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people? Maybe if... No.
Can't be that way, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
Observez en détail. coup de pied dedans. J'aime bien.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
Ah.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test?
Ah bon. En plus. Eh bien, mon petit monsieur. Je crois qu'on a beaucoup de choses à se raconter. L'interrogatoire va être un peu différent, il me semble. Ah.
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop was doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while. You could hump a few props or sweep the floors if you got nothing better to do.
Ah. Apparemment oui, on a bien des... Les DLC se mettent bien directement dans le... campagne. Bien.
I know you're lying, Hopgood. Bishop was here, and you know exactly what he was doing and what he left lying around afterwards.
You come in here without a warrant and now you start throwing your weight around?
I have a drugged-up 15-year-old girl, and you have chloral hydrate in your drinks cabinet. You give me something, or I will break your fucking jaw, Hopgood.
Bishop was here with June Ballard and the girl. A lot of producers and directors use this place. I'm not responsible for what goes on here.
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
You're delivering props to Jungle Drums on 8th Street?
Bishop is using that old rundown wreck of a set. That place is dangerous. But it might be a good spot to hide.
What's the deal with you and June Ballard?
Look, buddy, I make props. I hardly ever meet the talent unless it's something tailor-made for them, like a sword or something.
You and Ballard are blackmailing Bishop. That's why.
Je regarde un truc de Solus parce que franchement, je suis complètement paumé dans les choix à faire.
Enough. I've been in your peep room, Hopgood. I've seen your smut pictures and the camera setup. You made a movie of Jessica. I found the canister.
The deal is I get to sell the movies to burlesque houses and private collectors. These movie guys love seeing their cocks on screen. But part of the arrangement is I never film their faces. June had me film Bishop, and then she kept the movie for insurance. He went apeshit when he realized his face was front and center.
Who has the film now?
Who else? McAfee.
Ballard had what she wanted. Where does the money come into it?
What money?
Enough of the lies.
I told you, I get my cut selling dirty movies.
Your ex was getting 20 large from Bishop.
If I wanted to skim 20 from Bishop, we'd do it through the movie budget. June said she'd sell him the film once the movie had wrapped, but Guy wanted cash. He's in a cash-only business. You think I had a choice in this?
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
Phelps. Roy Earl, advice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlon?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer before an angry husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, Detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you.
Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg. You work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk to.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part, happens every day. But Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen, to stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, asshole? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are. They really don't want anybody getting the
Let's see him chase us now. Onto the movie set, Phelps. Let's roll.
Oh, Christ. And they say working traffic is like watching paint dry.
You know how to piss people off, Bukowski.
Hey, if they're prepared to gun down cops in broad daylight, McCaffrey really means business.
Seems like we're the only ones who want Bishop alive.
I have a good mind just to let him go work on the son of a bitch.
Arrivé sur
I'm
un
about
des
done putting my life
jeux
on the
plus
line to
passionnants que
protect
je
some
fais.
child molester.
That's our job, unfortunately.
C'est à peu près
They
la
don't
même
get to
époque
dole out the justice.
en soi, donc c'est normal que ça te donne une petite impression déjà. J'ai fait Mafia 2 il y a 2 ou 3 semaines. Ici c'est Elle à Noire par Star Game. C'est vrai que je galère un petit peu sur ce jeu, il y a des choix de sélection de dialogue, je suis un peu paumé dans les trucs à faire. C'est pas du tout agréable. J'ai l'impression de laguer.
There's the slippery bastard now.
No. God damn it!
Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD!
Get him, Phelps. I'll cover the exit. 11K calling KGPL, requesting assistance at 8th and Francisco, the abandoned movie set. My partner is pursuing
We're trying to
suspect
help
on
you, Bishop.
foot. Code 3,
This is all a big
KGPL.
mistake!
Si ça fait aussi longtemps que ça, oui, j'ai un nouveau micro, un Rode NT USB 2. Depuis que je travaille, ça fait 1 an et 10 mois que je travaille maintenant, j'ai changé ouais, pas mal de trucs dans mon PC. L'alimentation parce qu'elle avait un peu cramé. La carte graphique, je suis passé à une 1070, mais voilà, ça fait un petit temps ici avec la sortie des nouvelles cartes. Je me demande si je passerai pas à une 1080 Ti. Nouveau CPU, i7 6700, nouvelle carte mère, de la RAM, tout le bordel. Et oui, donc le micro, qui fait un peu plus pro et un peu plus propre. Mon casque. La souris,
Bishop, that's enough!
détail aussi. En fait, j'ai tout changé. Mais bon, voilà, la 1070. Sur certains jeux, enfin surtout les jeux tout récents, on voit qu'elle arrive un petit peu à sa limite, mais j'ai pas envie de mettre 1500 € pour m'acheter une 2080 Ti. Donc ce sera soit une 1080, soit une Ti, soit une 2080. Il a pris une 10 minutes.
Don't make this any harder on yourself, Bishop. What the hell? It's June Ballard! She's blackmailing me! Hands in the air, Bishop! Move another inch and you're dead!
Il a sacré
Mark
endurance.
Bishop, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of June Ballard and the rape and attempted murder of Jessica Hamilton.
Pas suicidé.
All right, I'll come quietly. Just don't
Peut-être
kill
pas.
me.
Va se faire tirer dessus.
If you found me, then McAfee's goons will too. Oh, we need to get out of here.
All right, but you stay close. Any tricks, and I'll save McAfee's boys the trouble.
Follow me. I know another way out of this place.
Ouais, ben moi je veux tuer tout le monde.
Christ, detectives are trying to kill me.
Last chance to back the hell down!
Ouais, ils sont déjà là.
It's this way.
J'ai aussi un nouvel écran maintenant que j'y pense. Un BenQ 144 Hz.
You hear me?
Kill them for God's sake! I don't want to die.
Ça c'est peut-être possible. J'ai joué à CS dernièrement et chaque fois il change le son de mon micro, du coup voilà. Le son du jeu également est peut-être fort comparé au reste, je ne sais pas, j'ai pas eu de plainte pour l'instant. Bon après, comme j'ai dit, ce jeu n'attire pas spécialement un grand public, de fait je ne sais pas exactement les retours de si on m'entend bien ou pas. Après dans ce jeu, ils ont, à cause de la reconnaissance faciale et tout ça, enfin de la reconnaissance de l'enregistrement des visages et tout ça, ils demandaient probablement aux acteurs de bien articuler, de parler assez fort, du coup, dans les dialogues et tout ça, et c'est fort possible qu'on n'entende pas correctement tout ce que je dis. Moi, je parle pas spécialement fort. Et à manger, je suis dans la digestion là, c'est mal.
There's no way out of here. I thought you said you knew where you were going.
We have to jump for it.
Is this really the best McAfee's got?
Come on, it's this way. God, they're everywhere.
Ah, ils sont en face. Marche bien là, Thompson. Bon, ils ont sûrement aussi très peu de vie, histoire qu'on ne galère pas trop.
There's a ladder leading to the ground. This is insanity. For the love of God, how many?
Get him over here, I'll cover you! Come on, the cavalry's here!
Port du peuple. Mais quel fils de pute! Oh, je vais courir devant tout le monde.
Get him over here, I'll cover you! Come on, the cavalry's here!
Quel connard. Carrément, ouais. Le mec il a couvert, non, il va passer devant moi pendant que je tire. Et là je tape. Merde.
Follow me. We need to get him to the car. LAPD, you're making a big mistake. Find some cover. Is this really the best McAfee's got? Get into the car. I can cover you from here.
Salut,
you're
flic.
almost there. God, they're everywhere. How long do you think you can hold out?
Ouais, j'ai pas capté que j'avais repris mon pistolet.
Get me out of here. Now, this is what I call a result. Mark Bishop, erstwhile film producer and all-around piece of shit, catches a fast ticket to Quentin for statch rape and attempted murder. So he gets to spend the next 15 years playing sissy instead of sticking it to little girls. That is justice with a capital J, Detective Phelps. You've developed such a reputation, I'm not going to be able to hold on to you any longer. You're getting promoted. Go on, get your new assignment. It was good working with you, son.
On dirait l'acteur.
Phelps, Bukowski, this your work?
Can I help you, detective?
Sorry, Cap. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, I'll bet you did. This is a traffic case. You need something?
I'm here to buy a drink for the 2 LAPD traffic cops who broke the back of Guy McAfee's private army. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Captain?
Go right ahead.
Get in. I'm buying.
Oh, les noms d'acteurs. Bref. Celui qui fait Roméo dans Roméo et Juliette. Enfin, dans le Titanic. Waouh! Waouh! C'est bon, c'est pas grave. Bon, je suis à des kilomètres de ce que je pensais c'était rose. En bref, cet acteur-là.
This is Phelps, Leroy. Be nice to him. You'll like this place. They treat you right.
Like a table, Roy.
What do you think we want to do? Stand at the bar like
I'll
chumps?
get a table ready for you.
No one's so happy to see me, Alphonse. I might get the wrong impression. Cole, this is Alphonse. He's a French Negro from Africa. Can you beat that?
The Congo.
Pleasure to meet you, Alphonse. Is Elsa singing tonight?
Yes, she is. She has the next set.
Leonard.
Come on, Cole, you can meet Elsa while we're fixing us a table. You'll like her. She's something else.
Maybe another night, Roy. She's pretty beat up about it.
Get your hands off.
Ouais, Jack, c'est le nom du personnage qui joue.
What to do or what not to do, Alphonse. You got a nice club.
On va chercher le nom de l'acteur. Il a un petit peu sa tête de loin, en fait.
Just through the door.
De très
He was
loin.
my only real friend, Harlan. We went through it all. Do you realize what he meant to me?
Of course I do.
Ah,
You
c'est
have
con.
no idea. You said it was construction work.
It was an industrial accident, Elsa. How can I be held responsible?
Ça va, je suis pas.
Elsa, are you going on?
Pas trop
Lord,
loin.
for God's sake, he was my best friend. The only man who ever loved me without putting his hands on me.
Hi, Elsa. Here's someone I'd like you to meet. Cole Phelps, war hero and crime fighter extraordinaire.
And why would I want to meet another fascist from the LAPD?
Sorry about this, Cole. What an evening I'm having. First a Negro puts his hands on me, and then this. Who do you think you're talking to, you German junkie whore? Don't you ever forget your place with me again. Do you hear me? Evening, Doc. How's business?
Sanguine. Louis, help me here. I'm gonna have to give her something before her performance.
Blow it off, Cole. These artsy-fartsy types always get a little flighty. Meet Dr. Harlan Fontaine, doctor to the stars. Mr. Fix-It to the mental wreckage of Hollywood. So what about that drink, boys?
Ouais. Un compte rendu détaillé du supplice de Jessica, qu'ils viennent d'elle ou de Tante June, le dossier reste un peu léger. C'est vrai que je pense jamais aller retourner voir les personnages après. Ces effets de sang. Je suis désolé, mais là ça... Ah, ça c'est trop.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose at the homicide squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a cheer.
Ouais, presque.
You're in the major leagues now, son.
Et c'est, enfin, ce qui me fait caler, c'est que...
Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing.
Soit c'était une modification, un rendu 3D de simulation de liquide. Ils ont fait sur une sorte de green screen, enfin de fond vert, et qu'ils ont recollé ici par-dessus, parce que franchement les couleurs étaient dégueulasses. Soit ils ont réellement fait une giclure de liquide un peu visqueux devant un green screen. Enfin le résultat était... Enfin,
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont.
He reads a few too many of his own pamphlets.
il a changé la couleur. Parce que c'est pas la même.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Drew. So they're both clearing the decks.
Where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps.
Ouais, c'est peut-être sur la
Some
barre
guy gets into a beef
la
with his wife and
précédente, j'ai
takes
vu
it
qu'il y a
too
un
far.
succès de...
This will be the same.
Espèce de
But cutting
roulation.
someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk,
Any Central Unit, Car 16L reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope, the Methodist Church. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Ah.
On
lui tire dans la jambe pour... Il arrête.
You need to get up there. Let me do the talking, detective. I know a ton of this psychology stuff. You take the back alley and find a way up there.
come on, Phelps, let's get moving.
You jumping? Make sure you warn me before you do.
I will! Wait, what?
You think this thing can hold you, Rusty?
I'll bring you down with me, Phelps.
Je pense qu'on verra rarement des flics faire ça pour un mec qui a envie de se suicider.
Come on, then, like.
Pas une menace de suicide.
No offense, but I don't want you splashed on my shoes.
Are you crazy? What are you trying to do?
I remember my first jumper. Could have soaked him up with a sponge.
This what you wanted?
I can't do it. I'll come quietly, I need some help. Please.
On va
You
essayer
gotta get
d'attirer.
me some help.
Non? Non.
You're a danger to yourself and to others.
On se baffe. Petit con. Rouler à plus de 130 km/h pendant 10 secondes. Ah. En costume l'outsider. Bon, j'aime bien l'actuel.
Code
KGPL 20 Central Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Central Unit identify.
Ça valait la peine de faire tout le chemin.
KGPL 20 Central Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Central Unit identify.
This is car 11K. Go ahead.
Please, you gotta call for help. He doesn't look real good.
Quick, what happened?
Some punk held up my stand. This guy tried to help and got a bullet for his trouble. He got hit and hightailed it through the parking lot. Get going!
J'en avais entendu des bons échos, je me suis dit que j'allais le faire. Mais c'est vrai qu'en stream, c'est peut-être pas la meilleure expérience. Bon après, Warframe, j'ai aussi comptabilisé mes 1100 heures, donc on est d'accord là-dessus, t'inquiète.
KGPL 20 Central Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Central Unit identify.
Enfin, je veux dire avec le Prime ou avec la nouvelle sorte de plaine.
He doesn't look real good.
Quick, what happened?
Some punk held up my stand. This guy tried to help and got a bullet for his trouble. He got hit and hightailed it through the
C'est
parking
sur
lot. Get going!
Jupiter ou Saturne? Saturne, hein. Voilà, c'est une planète de gaz justement. Je sais plus. Mais ouais, bref. C'est justement, j'avais pas fait Chroma en fait parce que j'étais pas dans un clan et que je pouvais pas faire le avoir les optiques de Volt par Chroma. Voilà, je suis arrivé dans un clan. Et avec ça, je me retrouve que je suis en train de faire Chroma, je crois d'ailleurs qu'il devrait être fini maintenant. Et Chroma Prime va sortir dans une semaine. Ouais, j'avais déjà vu tout ce qu'il fallait savoir là-dessus. Je savais pas, vu que ici ça fait 2 semaines que je joue un peu moins à Warframe. Vu que voilà, je suis arrivé palier 23 et avec ça, je me suis un petit peu lassé du jeu.
Car 11K calling KGPL. Shots fired.
J'ai même pas fait.
Code 4, but I need an ambulance on Grand between 4th and 5th Streets.
Limbo Prime pour te dire.
Roger on your ambulance. All units be advised the suspect is down on Grand between 4th and 5th Streets. Repeat, the suspect is down. Code 4.
Mais ouais, le nouveau système de plaine, mais je pensais qu'il sortirait plus tard. Ou alors tu dis, ouais c'est prévu, mais on sait toujours pas quand. Je n'ai pas suivi vraiment les infos, j'ai regardé la vidéo dans comment ils appellent ça, la Tenecon. Où ils montraient tout ce qu'il y avait à savoir dessus, franchement, ils ont montré qu'ils avaient déjà bien avancé dedans, et que ce serait peut-être beaucoup plus complet que les plaines. Attends voir les armes qu'on va avoir, parce que bon dans les plaines c'est les armes de mêlée, et c'est pas trop mon truc. Bon après ici c'est des armes corpus, je pense que j'aimerais mieux quand ils feront un truc avec les grinières. Ou même peut-être avec des armes ténor. Ah. Ah ouais,
Oh, qu'est-ce que j'ai vu?
avec leur, les sortes de hoverboard. Sortes d'animaux à capturer, je sais plus le nom, les robots bipèdes qu'on pourra avoir en compagnon.
Crime scene is just up the dirt road, detective.
De nouvelles sortes de boss, les attaques en vaisseau, ça va être stylé. Après en solo, vu que je joue pratiquement que en solo, je me demande comment ça va se jouer, parce qu'il faut quelqu'un dans la sorte de mini-orbiteur pour gérer le bazar, ou au canon pour éliminer les
How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
You're used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Trollman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a
Ouais, mais bon, il y a beaucoup de trucs qui sont peut-être plus fun en coop, mais j'aime pas la coop.
Some trouble, but
Bah, j'aime pas la coop.
nothing like
Avec des randoms, on va dire.
it's known locally as the Moors.
Parce que parfois aussi, tu vas te retrouver, tu vas être team up avec des parce que, enfin,
No, sir.
c'est comme pour les plaines. Dans les plaines, tu lances une mission chasse à l'édolon, tu vas avoir un rang 10, un rang 6, un rang 5 avec toi, et toi t'es là. Bon, je le fais tout seul en fait. Ça se passe comme ça, donc quand tu vas te retrouver dans ce genre de mission, que tu vas avoir un mec qui sait pas ce qu'il doit faire ou un truc dans le genre, ça va être de la galère quoi.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints? Men's size 8s. Pink or lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Ou même tout le monde voudra par exemple, je sais pas, il y aura sûrement un poste qui sera plus fun que de conduire le vaisseau et d'ouvrir les portes quoi. Il y a sûrement un poste que tout le monde va vouloir tout le temps spammer et ça va faire qu'il y en a ah non mais c'est moi qui voulais le faire, tout ça alors je reste à F4. J'imagine déjà ce genre de truc venir donc on verra. Le rouge à lèvres. Ouais c'est le lipstick
Looks brand new.
L'affaire
Can't be the one used on the body.
Rouge à lèvres. Rouge. Je crois que c'est grand chose d'intéressant ça. Alors ça fait bip bip ou... Voilà. Ah.
Doesn't look like anything.
Ouais, il n'a pas l'air couvert de ça. C'est un peu ce qui m'arrivait. Mais les clans, justement, c'est ça. J'ai été premièrement dans un clan et c'était... C'était un clan de Kikoulol. En fait, c'est... Comme tu peux regarder, la plupart des clans, ils vont dans le channel recrutement et ils recherchent des gens bien spécifiques, qui ont un certain âge, qui viendront sur le Discord et tout ça. Et le clan sur lequel je suis tombé, c'est recrute tout et n'importe quoi. Donc du coup, tu te retrouves avec un clan qui est full attardé ou full enfant. Des mecs, tu leur expliques un truc 15 fois, ils vont dire que non, t'as pas raison. Alors qu'ils te posent la question, comment on fait ça? Tu leur... Enfin... J'ai vu, moi, j'interagissais pas dans le chat parce que franchement, déjà, rien qu'à voir la façon dont ils écrivaient, ça me donnait le cancer. Mais c'est à ça que tu voyais que c'était un clan full gamin. Et les mecs, tu vois, ils s'engueulaient alors que... Il y en a un qui pose une question, lui qui lui donne une réponse. Lui dit, ouais, non, c'est pas ça. Mais il donne la réponse à la question que tu viens de poser, mec. Donc au final, je me suis dit, non, ça va, j'en ai vu assez. Et bah, j'attendais de voir une fois un jour dans le chat recrutement s'il y a un clan qui m'intéressait. Au final, j'ai un abonné ici qui a un clan assez réduit vu qu'ils sont 5-6 dedans. Donc voilà, c'est sympa, on peut faire. Enfin, avec les ressources que j'ai, je peux aussi lancer pas mal de schémas. Et c'est plus fun comme ça. En plus, bon bah voilà, apparemment ils se connaissent un peu tous et ils sont sur un Discord, donc on va faire jouer comme ça. Et j'ai probablement de toute manière soloté comme d'habitude, les 3/4 de ce qu'il y a à faire.
I doubt it.
Comme pour les plaines, mis à part pour le tridolon, là je fais en équipe, ça c'est sûr, mais sinon j'essaie toujours de faire en solo.
Cause of death? It could be the head injuries. He has been badly stomped. The cuts look superficial. I'll know for sure in an hour.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
De la tête, quoi.
What about this wound on the finger? Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Pas au milieu. Tiens.
Interesting.
What does the writing on the victim mean? BD, like Dahlia? Tex? Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off.
C'est ça, tu vois, qui était chiant dans ce clan, c'est que y a personne en fait qui savait rien. Parce que les mecs, franchement, ils recrutaient tout et n'importe quoi. Et les 3/4, c'est comme je dis, c'est des gamins, tu vois. Rien qu'à la façon d'écrire, les mecs, ils te faisaient 5 fautes par mot. Donc bon, voilà, c'était un peu chaud d'avoir une discussion normale avec eux. Il y a 2-3 personnes qui étaient dans le chat là, qui étaient de bonne volonté, qui essayaient, mais c'est difficile de discuter avec des gens comme ça. Et en fin de compte, même quand tu leur disais un truc, ben ils étaient pas d'accord avec toi, alors qu'ils sont genre palier 5, ils te demandent une question et tu leur réponds, les mecs, ouais, non, j'ai vu que... Alors pose pas la question, connard. Et ça aussi, tu vois, c'est Warframe. Tu te poses une question. Tu vas sur Google, tu poses ta question. T'as 50 000 réponses. toutes les plus optimisées les unes que les autres. Donc et en fin de compte, tu vois, c'est genre quelqu'un va te demander sur quel boss tu vas farmer tel frame ou un truc dans le genre, bah t'as plus de chances de trouver la réponse sur internet que de demander à des gens qui l'ont peut-être fait il y a 5 mois ou quoi. T'inquiète pas, j'ai joué à des free-to-play, mais c'est insupportable et c'est pour ça justement qu'il y a des clans plus fermés et des clans où ils acceptent tout et n'importe quoi et des clans plus fermés justement où c'est entre adultes et je comprends largement la raison pour laquelle les gens demandent souvent des clans plus 18, ce genre de trucs, où les gens soient sur Discord. Après, les clans qui disent ouais, obligation d'être sur le Discord et ce genre de trucs, bon bah... bon voilà, ça m'intéresse pas, je suis dans un clan, je vais donner des ressources quand il y aura des crafts à faire, mais voilà, je reste là. Genre mec, je vais me connecter peut-être 2 fois sur la semaine à Warframe, histoire d'avoir peut-être... Allez, je vais me connecter tous les jours de la semaine, histoire d'avoir les daily, mais 2 fois sur la semaine, je vais faire une mission ou 2, quoi. Donc rejoindre un clan, c'est vraiment juste histoire de dire d'être dans un clan et d'avoir les schémas quand il y en a besoin et d'y participer aussi. Parce que là-dessus, franchement, même dans l'autre clan, même si j'aimais vraiment pas le clan, j'ai quand même donné masse de ressources. Et si je regrette un peu maintenant, parce que j'avais peut-être un petit peu trop. Bon, enfin... C'est casse-couille et c'est pour ça que j'ai livré ce clan-là, parce qu'il ne me convenait pas. Je me rappelle une discussion justement sur laquelle j'étais intervenu. C'est un mec qui demandait où est la meilleure zone pour XP. C'est Hydron. C'est Hydron parce que les Grignir, c'est ceux qui XP le plus. C'est la zone avec les Grignir de plus haut niveau. C'est une défense, ça se fait très rapidement, les Grignir sont faciles à tuer, tu prends une bonne frame, tu les torches comme pas possible. C'est ce qu'il y a de mieux. Le mec, on lui donne la réponse. Il dit ouais mais non, c'est A4 parce que... Et là il sort l'argument mais le plus bateau au monde. Ouais, j'ai autant d'heures de jeu, je sais mieux que vous. Déjà... Si t'as tant d'heures de jeu que ça et que tu sais mieux que nous, pourquoi demander? Et alors pourquoi demander pour quand on te donne une réponse valable qui est objectivement la bonne réponse? Pourquoi argumenter en disant que c'est pas vrai? Que t'as plus de temps de jeu que les autres et que tu sais mieux par conséquent. Comment tu peux argumenter avec un mec qui te dit ça? Oui, maintenant, éventuellement, c'est le sanctuaire. Après, le sanctuaire, le problème, c'est que il te faut une équipe. Il faut vraiment une équipe, parce que... Si t'as pas une équipe dans le sanctuaire, si t'as 4 mecs qui viennent juste pour farm dans le sanctuaire, tu vas te faire enculer. Tu sauras pas t'en sortir. Que sur Hydron, bah voilà, ça reste des Grignir, ils sont niveau 44 à tout casser, c'est pas la mort non plus. Si t'as une arme moyennement décente, il y a moyen de faire au moins 5 rounds. Peut-être 10. Si tu t'en sors bien. Si t'as des coéquipiers qui s'en sortent bien aussi. Le sanctuaire, si t'as pas au moins 1 ou 2 mecs qui sont vraiment stuffés pour le sanctuaire, tu vas pas t'en sortir. Tu vas juste te faire rouler dessus. Et là-dessus, je suis d'accord avec toi, c'est toujours Hydron. Mais ça, je te parle de l'époque, c'était avant justement le sanctuaire. Après tu vois voilà, tu prends une sarin, tu veux XP ton focus, c'est ce que tu fais, ouais. Tu prends sarin et tu roules sur tout ce qui passe, mais si tu vas là dans l'optique d'XP, il y a une chance sur 2 que tu te fasses niquer parce que ta team suivra pas. Et même ça, c'est déjà aussi arrivé, tu vois, tu lances un sanctuaire, j'en ai fait très peu. Ça aussi c'est une mission que je fais en coop parce qu'en solo c'est aussi le cancer. Mais voilà, c'est une mission que je fais très peu et les 2-3 fois où j'ai essayé d'y aller, bon j'ai une sarin que j'ai pas spécialement formatée. J'ai eu Sarin Prime limite en même temps que j'ai... Non, j'ai eu Sarin Prime avant d'avoir Sarin normal. Mais je l'ai pas formaté, c'est Ender que j'ai fait l'inverse, mais bref. Mais je l'ai pas formaté. Et je me retrouve que, bon bah voilà, j'ai pas une Sarin ultra optimisée, mais ça fait mal. Voilà, quoi qu'il arrive, j'ai les modes, Sarin ça fait mal.
You're gonna drive like this, at least use the siren.
Bah je me suis retrouvé dans une game où justement j'ai fait tous les dégâts, j'ai absolument tout fait. On avait 2 sarins ou un truc dans le genre en me comptant dedans. Le reste je sais pas, on avait peut-être... Oh putain, le heal. C'est plus le nom. La frame heal... On peut également faire pour le mana, pour l'énergie. Et... Ouais. Soit. On s'est retrouvé qu'on a perdu parce qu'il y avait que moi qui faisais des DPS au final. Trinity, ouais. Donc, à nouveau, parfois c'est un coup de dé. Soit tu vas devoir carry la game tout seul, soit tu vas avoir une équipe. Et si tu vas là pour XP, ben t'as une chance sur 2 de te faire niquer, quoi. C'est... Et même si t'es dans un clan, bien souvent, ceux qui vont essayer de te rejoindre pour ce genre de mission-là, ils attendent que toi, tu carry. Après, ça me dérange pas, tu vois, mais... C'est ça le problème, tu vas rejoindre une partie et c'est coup de dé. Tu vas perdre 20 minutes à essayer de carry une game que tu vas pas gagner, soit... tout se passe bien et t'es tombé avec une bonne équipe.
Car 11K responding. Go ahead.
Si t'es avec des mecs, t'es sur Discord et tout ça, bah tu sais si lui va pouvoir carry ou pas, s'il peut suivre. Si c'est pas spécialement suivre, ben, tu lui dis tu peux prendre ça, tu seras plus utile qu'avec ça. Et moi de s'organiser que faire une game random, bon bah voilà. Après avec un plan, voilà, il y a quand même plus la possibilité de s'organiser pour faire ce genre de truc.
Come on, make a push for the building.
They blocked the goddamn stairs. Detective, take the elevator.
All right, I'll wait here. Don't give them a chance to regroup.
Après c'est aussi, ça c'est un problème personnel, voilà, je m'investis pas énormément dans le jeu ni dans le fait de jouer en coop. Que quelqu'un, voilà, qui tous les jours il se connecte, il est dans son PC, il va sur Warframe, ok, je pense pas... Ça, c'est différent, ça dépend de la façon dont tu comptes jouer et dans laquelle tu t'investis dans le jeu. Et moi, bon bah en jouant occasionnellement, bah, ça veut pas dire que ça sert à rien, mais...
Can live to tell the tale.
Il a pas envie. Voilà, c'est ça. Même si pendant un moment, bon bah voilà, je l'ai cramé, mais... C'est pas un jeu, tu vois, dans lequel j'ai envie de tryhard. Voilà, j'y joue, je fais mes petits builds moi-même. Ouais, parfois, ok, je passe 20 minutes à regarder, ah tiens, tel mode ou tel mode est plus optimisé que tel ou tel autre mode. Mais c'est pas un jeu que je vais tryhard, tu vois, faire des défenses endless ou ce genre de trucs. J'ai pas envie de passer 3 heures à faire une mission, histoire de dire d'avoir fait une mission et de sortir ma grosse bite, quoi. C'est... Non, ça, je m'en bats les couilles. Peut-être simplement pour le plaisir de le faire, mais non, c'est pas... C'est pas mon trip. Donc voilà, je me cantonne à jouer en solo, c'est ma façon d'apprécier le jeu, on va dire. Même si de temps en temps, en coop avec un pote ou l'autre, non, ça va très bien aussi.
Whoa there!
Ah, on a vraiment pas envie que je la termine hein, cette mission, c'est pas possible. Plus j'y joue, plus j'ai envie de jouer à GTA 4 en fait. Ça, pour moi c'était le dernier bon GTA 4. 5 j'ai vraiment pas apprécié. On parle pas. Je me rappelle quand j'ai farmé la War justement, enfin pour avoir la... J'ai farmé pour avoir la... Enfin pour pouvoir craft la War brisée, pour ensuite pouvoir craft la War sans utiliser celle que j'ai eue pendant la mission. Il m'a fallu 2 semaines, je rentrais du travail, ou alors avant de partir au travail. Je l'ai eu, j'étais en nuit, je rentrais du travail, je faisais 2-3 heures, j'allais farmer sur l'UA. Ça fut long. S'il y a d'autres qui a vraiment été chiant. Sarin, même topo. Comment ça s'appelle encore la mission? Bref, je vais aller farmer les points d'arène, les points de jugement, pour ensuite aller tuer Kayla de Time sur... Je ne sais plus quelle mission. Ouais, c'était aussi un truc lourd parce que les systèmes, il m'en a fallu je sais pas combien, enfin, il a fallu que je sais pas combien de missions pour les avoir. Ici j'ai exactement le même problème, encore les systèmes de... Nidus. S'il fait la mission je sais pas combien de fois, et ça commence à me casser les couilles parce qu'en plus elle est pas courte hein, cette mission. Equinox. Ouais c'est... Et en plus, enfin, bizarrement, c'est toujours les systèmes. Même les gens avec qui j'ai fait 2-3 fois pour avoir les systèmes de Nidus, c'est la seule partie qui leur manquait, c'était les systèmes. C'est fait exprès quoi. Allez, en 2-3 runs, j'ai eu presque tout. Y'a que les systèmes. J'ai eu les neuroptiques, j'ai eu la carapace, franchement, en 3-4 runs à tout casser. Les systèmes, bah là je suis en train de run. Je run, toujours pas. Et qu'est-ce qu'il me manque comme frame là? Parce que j'ai Chroma en train d'être fait. Il manque Cora justement. Comme je dis, cette mission elle me casse les couilles. Il manque Cora. Avec ça, bon bah les Lato et Braton Vandal. Plus Lato, j'ai un bon petit Riven, ça pourrait être pas mal. Et Revenant. Ouais, je pense que c'est les 2 seuls frames qui me manquent en normal. En prime, il me manque Valkyr, il me manque Nyx, Oberon. Je crois que je l'ai pas, Oberon Prime. Rhino, j'ai déjà dit. Limbo. Lui, même si c'est fait. En fait, la rue qui est sortie quand j'en ai eu, j'ai eu mon petit coup de blues sur le jeu. Il y a d'autres. Beaucoup qui me manquent. Je crois que c'est tout. Nyx, Rhino, Limbo. Je pense que c'est tout. Ouais, et parfois c'est trop quoi. C'est ok, c'est joué sur sur la RNG, mais
Phelps and Galloway,
quand t'as fait la mission
Were
plus
you
de
working here last
30,
night?
50 fois, t'en as mis plein le cul quoi.
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Inquire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
Say, honey, what time do you get off waiting tables?
Porte un hibiscus, ok.
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Oh, Christ.
You going to pay for that?
Sure, I know her. She and I and...
Mon Dieu, moi je croyais que tu parlais du
Jacob, her
truc qui se
husband, we
sur
go
la
way
tête.
back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
Pour te dire, moi j'ai fait Gara ici il y a pas longtemps parce que j'avais pas envie de farmer les missions des plaines. Je les ai faites je sais pas combien de fois et puis oh, on a sorti Gara. Et franchement j'avais pas envie. Je l'ai fait ici il y a la semaine passée vu qu'ici elle vient elle a fini de craft il y a 2 jours.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Et jusqu'en je finissais là, bah voilà, maintenant il faut que je fasse Revenant. Et on a fait déjà ici 7 ou 8 runs de Plague Star, de l'event actuellement sur les plaines. Et on n'a pas eu le... On n'a toujours pas eu...
You know him?
C'est la carapace de Revenant.
He's been in a couple of times.
Do they leave together?
Parfois les drops, c'est juste n'importe quoi.
If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you. Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side.
En plus, il y a 4 ou 5, non, 4 chances de l'avoir.
Did she have it a long time?
Par run.
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
Ouais, donc t'as fallu limite 60 rolls pour l'avoir.
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're gonna tell me.
Okay, I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Guess I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a
Je crois que
furlough.
demain je vais se faire un autre jeu parce que là, ça va vite devenir long et les abonnés ils partent tous en courant.
Killed his wife?
No. No, not in
C'est une
my
petite
opinion.
larme.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up, asked him to come pick her up like usual. But he refused. And she picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but I got no answer.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
You want a tip?
Il n'y a pas moyen d'avoir un petit portable histoire de te connecter, de faire une mission.
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
You drove me up to Mulholland.
C'est vraiment ce que je voulais faire. Voilà.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
On va rester là après cette
Phelps, badge 1247.
communication téléphonique.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks, ma'am.
Sam has taken me to
Ouais, moi j'étais un peu triste quand j'étais à l'internat parce que c'est...
A waitress, can I have another spoon?
Non mais c'est là que je... Bref, c'était pas un internat, c'était justement l'année où j'avais commencé un peu à jouer à Warframe, mais c'était à Paris. Et pareil. Enfin, j'avais joué peut-être une petite centaine d'heures, on est allé chez des potes à Paris. Et là on leur avait parlé du jeu. Moi j'avais mon portable, mais mon PC portable ne tourne pas très bien le jeu. Et pas assez d'FPS. Voilà. Après maintenant je me demande s'il tournera un peu mieux avec leur nouveau système de particules. Ça changerait le...
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
Smart man might know it's unwise
Mais
to
attends, j'ai
stand
une
between
520 GT.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong
GT
job.
520M. C'est une GT.
We owe it to this city to do the best we
Donc
can.
c'est pas le haut du panier
As
quoi.
homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
Oui,
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother.
Bah,
Worse than
enfin,
I could ever have imagined.
je sais pas à quel point non plus, tu vois, tu t'aimes bien jouer au PC ou quoi ou comme. Et moi, si jamais je joue en code ou quoi ou comme, et que j'ai pas en PC, au bout d'un moment, je crois que je vais quand même bien commencer à me faire chier. Et ici, si je reprends des études dans 2 ou 3 ans, voilà, je me prends un cote, mais j'aurai ma tour. Encore s'il y a de plus mieux. Ah. BTS, c'est... Les initiales de quoi? Le petit système francophoné, ça? Pas français? Brevet de technicien supérieur. Bah après bon, tu vois, c'est... Dire c'est pas comme moi où j'étais en 3D où là t'avais systématiquement besoin d'avoir une bête quoi.
Drop the weapon, hands behind your head.
Yeah? Fuck you too!
God damn it, get out! Put your hands in the air!
He's hiding in the alley.
Oh shit.
Give it up, LAPD!
Je vais te le poutrer moi ce petit con.
Don't make me chase you!
Shimmied up a drain pipe. Oh my
Ça
God!
sera pas suffisant. Tiens, voilà. Ouais.
This is Car 11 King. Advise all units that the 211 from Mallory's Cafe is code 4, KGPL.
Roger, 11K. All units, 211 from Mallory's Cafe is code 4. Repeat, code 4.
Ah, jump. La nuque brisée. Qu'est-ce que vous dites? Visiblement. J'ai même pas fait attention si juste les bagnoles de flics normales en ont. Mais celle-là, elle a juste la sirène. Attends, avant on était au service des véhicules volés ou je sais plus trop quoi. En circulation des véhicules volés ou je sais plus quoi. Et là on avait les bagnoles de flics mais j'ai pas fait attention si on avait les gyrophares. Mais ici vu qu'on est plus des inspecteurs, des techniques, bref on a des voitures banalisées. Mais non, c'est des bonnes voitures à l'époque, elles étaient résistantes. Pas casse. Salut Axe. Ouais, si vous commencez tous à débarquer alors que je suis en train de me dire que je vais peut-être en rester là, puisque ce jeu me pousse un peu à m'assoupir.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
Fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary
You
arrangements.
said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before.
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
Ah, c'est un super psy ou médecin ou... Ouais non, c'est le psy. Ouais, c'est un psy. Ok.
Nothing significant.
Ah, c'est un vampire.
Probably nothing.
Ouais. C'est marrant si sur le piano il faisait la petite note.
Advice?
Nobody home. Don't be shy, Phelps. If we want something on this broad, we're gonna have to search the place.
Elle se montre plutôt utile.
Size 9s. Above average for a lady. It doesn't appear to be connected.
Très propre. Ah, c'est pour les briques d'air.
Burglar used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Ça prend pas les infos là?
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty. Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Pas moi. Bag. Je peux l'ouvrir.
Tiffany. The rest of this stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring. A regular Amelia Earhart per day. The ring looks distinctive.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Je crois que c'est tout. Un petit coup.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan. Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking, and she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out, and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Même pas la conduire.
That broad has socks in it, Brazil.
C'est probablement à cause de la qualité que tu trouves qu'elles sont bien réussies. Enfin, je dirais de loin, tu vois, et même peut-être à l'époque, ça devait peut-être être un peu impressionnant, je dirais. Mais ici, tu vois vraiment, c'est comme dans les jeux, je vais prendre l'exemple de Rainbow Six Vegas.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all.
Un, deux.
Good to see you've come to your senses, Cole.
Tu prenais une photo en fait de ton visage et que ça la mappait sur ton personnage en fait. Bah c'est ça en fait. C'est comme s'il passait une vidéo synchronisée avec la parole, la voix et tout ça. C'est comme s'il collait une vidéo en fait sur le visage des personnages et c'est assez perturbant comme effet. Tu vois certaines textures qui s'étirent, qui bougent anormalement. Tu vois les visages qui ont des mouvements anormaux. C'est 100% la... Comment ils appellent ça encore Uncanny Valley. C'est space. Là c'est space. Peut-être qu'aussi avec une résolution plus basse, on verra un peu moins les détails, ça me choquerait moins, mais là franchement c'est particulier. Probablement à cause de nos standards qui ont changé avec la technologie qui a évolué, mais franchement là c'est super space.
What the hell? Oh crap! Land sakes!
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead.
Je vais aller respirer dehors, prendre l'air, hein, tout ça. Je reviens tout de suite. Mais après, ici, c'était une assumption. Je sais pas exactement comment ici sont pris, mais c'est comme... Ça me donne l'impression en fait de la rotoscopie. Si je me trompe pas dans le terme, où c'est en fait, tu prends une vidéo et tu repasses, tu refais en fait la vidéo image par image, enfin pas vraiment image par image, mais bon soit, tu redessines à la main par-dessus en fait. Ça donne un effet assez particulier. Et ici, c'est un peu l'effet inverse. Enfin, je sais pas, non, c'est pas une bonne explication. Bref, c'est comme si on prenait une vidéo de ton visage quand tu parles et que le logiciel va réinterpréter tes mouvements et les recoller en fait sur le visage d'un personnage en fait. C'est comme ça qu'ils l'ont fait à mon sens. Et ça voilà, par moments les textures. J'imagine s'ils avaient continué avec ça, parce que voilà, c'est le seul jeu qu'ils ont fait comme ça, s'ils avaient continué en travaillant là-dessus, je crois que ça aurait pu donner un résultat vraiment exceptionnel. Mais là voilà, c'était leur premier essai. Ça doit dater quand même... Je sais pas s'ils étaient sortis avant ou après GTA 4. Mais bon, ça doit dater dans un petit moment. Mais ils ont probablement dû abandonner l'idée. Après, 11. Ah oui, développé par Type Bandit. Regardez direct. Ouais, c'est ça. C'est ça, ils font une sorte de motion cap sur le visage et ensuite ils font une interprétation par logiciel enfin une réinterprétation par logiciel des mouvements du visage en 3D. Personnellement, voilà, je trouve que là, ben voilà, c'était assez balbutiement, c'est une technologie probablement. Ça aurait été une bonne idée de continuer à travailler dessus, mais voilà, apparemment c'était peut-être pas assez rentable. Après voilà, quand on voit bon, c'est à nouveau, c'est le même problème. Sauf qu'ici, je trouve que c'est mieux réussi que pour Mass Effect Andromeda. Voilà, Mass Effect a essayé, donc, enfin, ils ont essayé de faire une nouvelle technologie là-dessus, basée justement sur une bibliothèque à ce moment-là où tu as déjà des mouvements préenregistrés. Et ça va chercher là-dedans, ça va interpréter si tu dis A avec un E derrière, A avec un O derrière, ce genre de truc. Euh, C'était très approximatif, mais voilà, c'est au fil du temps que ça va se peaufiner et que ça va ressembler de plus en plus à quelque chose. Avec l'avantage qu'ici, bon ben voilà, ça reste. Enfin, je connais trois façons de le faire, soit à la main, place des points, donc tu dois refaire. Souvent, ils retravaillent avec une vidéo image par image de quelqu'un qui parle, qui fait des mots ou des trucs dans le genre, et tu dois replacer toi-même chaque point pour représenter les mouvements du visage, dans les grandes lignes. Cette méthode-là qui va enregistrer une vidéo du personnage, ou peut-être par des points qui sont des capteurs qui sont collés sur le visage, je sais pas comment ils se sont pris exactement. J'imagine que c'est en soi également filmé, vu les textures qui pour moi me semblent quand même assez réalistes, enfin comme si tu avais pris une photo. Euh, donc ça après tu vois, tu as quand même un travail à refaire par derrière assez lourd je pense. Tu dois importer les animations faciales, tu dois réimporter la vidéo par-dessus, tu dois calquer par rapport au son et tout le bordel. Et il y a quand même sûrement un travail, une retouche à refaire par derrière. Et puis tu as le système ici, donc, comme ils ont utilisé sur Mass Effect Andromeda, où c'est pas fameux du tout. Là, bon, ben, en soi tu fais la texture et le logiciel s'occupe du reste. Même si tu auras quand même des retouches à faire, mais je pense que c'est un moins gros travail. Et qu'une fois que tu as fait la texture du personnage, ben, son visage, enfin, là où on en est maintenant, bon bah voilà, tu peux faire des textures hyper réalistes, donc c'est pas trop compliqué. Et que là, t'avais peut-être pas de quoi faire des textures hyper réalistes pour les visages, et ils ont dû faire avec des sortes de vidéos qu'ils ont recollées. Voilà, supposition, supposition. Rien, me prenez pas au mot. Donc j'avais dit, j'allais respirer un coup et je reviens tout de suite après. À tout de suite.
Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk, pal.
No good to me. Don't think this is anything.
You think the atmosphere's thick in here? Wait till you try the gas chamber.
Ah, ils y tiennent leur putain de chambre à gaz. Je sais pas, c'est la quantième mention que j'ai entendue là-dessus. Chambre à gaz, chambre à gaz, chambre à gaz.
He'll be back any moment.
Ah. Ouais, ça, si je ne me trompe pas, qui ont passé le jeu en 60 FPS, là-dessus il y avait un bug où ils prenaient le crayon et ils le relâchent directement en fait. Et il y a un autre endroit où ça pose problème, avec apparemment une collision de véhicule. Mon personnage est censé se faire faucher par une voiture, mais il n'est pas censé mourir, mais si on est en 60 FPS, il meurt. Merci vous retrouve, j'aimerais que vous quitte ma femme.
What to do about the old lady.
Ah. Mais c'est pas gage. Ah, la pointure.
Size 11s.
À cause de ma sensi trop basse, je peux pas trop bien bouger les véhicules, les objets à la souris. Comme dans Surgeon Simulator. Je crois qu'on a une preuve assez accablante. Pas de bzblol.
Doesn't look like anything.
Je crois qu'on a quelques petits.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
We know she went to the Bomba Club.
The bartender there, he calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it. I'm gonna have to live with that.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Okay.
What's this button?
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Ça m'étonne qu'il en ait pas mis une dans la gueule. Peut-être quand je téléphonais.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Point de sauvegardage? Tu montes ou j'y vais tout seul?
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
Carruthers said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
Bon, on va rester là pour aujourd'hui. Demain, on fera peut-être autre chose, je sais pas encore trop bien quoi. Bref. Ah voilà. fin du stream. J'espère que ça vous a plu. On se retrouve donc demain. Je sais pas comment sur quoi. J'aviserai. Bref. Ah oui alors, salut Venom, mais à la prochaine vu que c'est fini. Donc voilà, sûrement à demain vers 15-16 heures. On verra ça. Peut-être. J'ai pas envie de jouer Insurgency, je préfère attendre qu'ils soient encore un petit peu optimisés. Franchement demain on avisera, on verra. Il me donne envie sur le moment. Allez, sur ce, bonne soirée, bonne nuit et à la prochaine.